Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you the Autumn-Winter 2015 Runway makeup look created by Christopher Bailey and Wendy Rowe. So this makeup is super natural, but it has a touch of color on the eyes. As you can see, it's a sheer smoky eye. It's something that I don't really wear often because when I do smoky, I normally go really full and really dark. But today, as you can see, I'm not wearing any lashes. Just one coat of mascara, and I have a little bit of color along the lower lash line as well. So if you have really large, wide open eyes, you can carry the liner all the way into the inner corner. But because my eyes are smaller and almond shaped, I stopped right in the inner ring of the iris just to prevent my eye from closing so much with all the darker colors. So the smokiness is mostly at the top of the lid, and that is a result of the Fresh Glow and eyeshadow combination. So it's actually really simple. You just mix a little bit of the Fresh Glow with a little bit of black powder eyeshadow, and it can create this really versatile, iridescent look. So 2 coats is all you need, and it actually dries down fairly quickly as well. Now, without any further ado, let's begin with the tutorial. So I started with a layer of foundation, and I used a mixture of 12 and 26. So I used a sponge to apply a quick layer all over my face, and now I'm just going to build extra coverage where I need it. Mostly I like to focus the additional coverage around the cheeks where I have a little bit of acne scarring, and I'm just going to gently press the foundation into the skin and let it dry completely before moving on to concealer. So now that I have my foundation on, I'm going to brighten up my under eye area with a little bit of the sheer concealer in shade 2. I'm going to use the sponge to help set it in completely, and that way it looks more seamless with the foundation. I'm also going to use the concealer to cover some spots, and this just helps to create the flawless canvas that will pair perfectly with the smoky eye. Now I'm going to take my favorite powder foundation, the Fresh Glow Compact in number 12, and I'm just going to dust it over the face to help the foundation set. Try focusing the powder just along the laugh lines. Not only will it help mattify your skin, but it will make you look younger. I actually like to powder the lid area, especially if you get oily here. It might be a good option before you apply a little bit of eye makeup. Right now I'm just taking a mix of the Fresh Glow with a little bit of the Wet Dry eyeshadow in Jet Black, and I'm using this to create a smoky eye, focusing on the outer half, really blending it thoroughly, nice and soft. You don't want it to look like black, more like an iridescent color. And if you have smaller eyes like me, keep it a little bit farther out. That way the color doesn't overwhelm the eye and make your eyelids look smaller. Pull the eyeshadow into a cat eye shape, but you're going to wing the entire look. You're not just going to create a cat eye liner. So just make sure you blend thoroughly. So on my eyeshadow brush, I have a little bit of the Fresh Glow, and because the black was so intense, I just sheared it out with a little bit of the Fresh Glow. Since these eyeshadows are made to be used wet or dry, they work really well with this Fresh Glow formula, and it just creates a more ethereal, iridescent color. So we're not looking to create a traditional black and silver smoky eye. What we're doing is creating a more modern take, creating a veil of smokiness, but not actually going all the way smoky. It's not quite as harsh, and it's actually a little bit more wearable. Just pat and blend until it has a really smooth and subtle gradated effect. Now we're going to start the feature of this smoky look. I'm going to start with the kohl, and I'm going to gently set that down. I don't want to come too close to the inner corner because it would close off my eye, so I'm going to start right at the inner edge of my iris and pull farther out at the corner. You can layer a little bit more right at the outer corner to create an elongated eye shape. And then I'm going to blend with a brush. This will give me more precision, and when I'm blending, it will look a little bit cleaner. That way it provides a stencil of sorts when you put the eyeshadow on top. Now that it's smoothly blended out, I'm going to top with a little bit of eyeshadow, the same combination we used before. It's just a little bit of the Fresh Glow with the black eyeshadow mixed together, and the lower lash line can be darker than the lid color. This duality actually makes the eye look more modern. Instead of going darker at the upper lash line, we're focusing on the lower lash line. And if you want your eyes to look a little bit wider open, if you have small almond-shaped eyes like I do, keep the waterline clean. Now I'm going to take the waterproof Effortless Kohl eyeliner in black, and I'm going to rim my upper waterline. And we're going to smoke this out, so normally I would leave it alone as is after application, but I'm going to take a brush and smooth it out. I'm just using the brush that I used on the lower lash line, and I'm just going to gently blend this away. To complete this eyeshadow look, I'm just going to use a little bit of an eye brightener, again a combination of Fresh Glow with a shimmery white eyeshadow. This color is called Stone, and it looks almost exactly like my skin color, except a little bit more iridescent, so it will brighten up the eye and prevent it from closing off my smaller eyes. And now let's finish off with some mascara. I'm going to take my Bold Lash Mascara in number 1 Ebony. I'm just going to touch up my lashes. And this Bold Lash Mascara makes my lashes look so much more full. Just going to gently apply one coat. Make sure you lift up those lashes. You can definitely add an additional coat, but I'm just going to stick to one because it's so dramatic as it is. This mascara is really awesome though. It's one of the most volumizing. It's not very heavy, it's not too waxy. It just makes my lashes look so many more in number. So I really want to make every eyelash look as long and as luscious as possible. The great fringe really helps finish the eye. I'm also applying a touch to the lower lash line. This actually helps your eyeshadow from moving around too much. I always find that it helps my color stay in place longer. So I'm not adding too much, just a sheer first coat. And that's a wrap for the eyes. Now I'm going to start wrapping up the cheeks with Earthy Blush. This is one of my favorites from Burberry. You can use this to contour your face, but I'm going to start with the cheeks first, and then I'm going to show you how I contour my nose. I'm just going to dust it into the hollows. And as Wendy Rose says, you don't really need to contour too much. It doesn't have to look heavy because even a little bit goes a long way. Just make sure you use some along the jawline, especially if you're going to take some photos. And then I'm just going to take a smaller brush and take Earthy down the sides of my nose, starting right below the eyebrow here and dragging it to the tip of the nose. This will help your nose look a lot slimmer and taller as well. I'm going to use the new Burberry Kisses lipstick in number 1 Nude Beige, and I'm just going to gently pat that all across the lips. And that's a wrap for the Burberry Autumn Winter 2015 Runway Makeup Look. I hope you enjoyed it and definitely give it a try on your own. Thanks so much for tuning in as always, and I'll see you soon. Bye.